Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dinar P. Lumugdang from BSED 3 Science, and today we will tackle about the components of the Internet and the World Wide Web. Do you know what is Internet? Internet is also called the net. It's a worldwide collection of the interconnected computer networks that links millions of the business, governments, agencies and educational institutions, and also individuals. World Wide Web, also known as WWW, or simply the web, is a system of interlinked hypertext documents accessible using the internet. Today we'll tackle about the history and evolution of internet. First is 1958. Pentagon's Advanced Research Project Agency, also known as ARPA, was established by the U.S. Department of Defense to make the U.S. leads of scientific and technological military operations. And the second is 1969. ARPA sponsored a study of cooperative networks of the time-sharing computers. Their goal was to build a network that, first, allows the scientists at different physical locations to share informations and work together on military and scientific projects. Second, that would secure provide survival to the information and research from man-made disaster such as nuclear attack or natural disaster. Third, in 1969, ARPANET, also as Advanced Research Project Agency Network, was fully functional, linking scientific and academic researchers across the United States. In 1986, the National Science Foundation connected its huge network of five supercomputers centered to the ARPANET and NSFNet was born. Do you know what is NSFNet? NSF means National Science Foundation and Network. NSFNet. In 1991, World Wide Web or WWW introduced to the public by CERN. In 1994, Yahoo was launched. In 1995, National Science Foundation terminated its network or the network. In 1995, NSFNet or National Science Foundation Network terminated its network on the internet and resumed its status to research network. In 1997, Netflix launched. In 1998, Google search engine was launched in social media. In 2005, Facebook and Mozilla Firefox browser is launched. In 2005, YouTube.com launches. In 2006, Twitter launches in social media. And 2010, social media sites like Pinterest and Instagram launch in the social media. That's all. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, Mom. Good morning, classmates. I will continue to discuss our topic about the Internet. Okay, let's move on the major components of the Internet. What are the major components of the Internet? Servers, IP address or Internet Protocol address, browser, DNS or domain name server, ISP or Internet Service Provider. What is means by a server? A server is a computer program that provides a service to another computer program and its user. There are six types of a server. Okay, I will enumerate them. 1. Application server. 2. Web server. 3. Proxy server. 4. Mail server. 5. File server. 6. Policy server. I will define first the application server. What is application server? Application server is a program in a computer that provides the business logic for an application program. Web server. What is a web server? Web server is a computer program that serves requested HTML, widgets, or files. Proxy server. What is a proxy server? Proxy server is a software that acts as an intermediary between an endpoint device, such as computer, and another server from which a user is requesting. Mail server. What is mail server? Mail server is an application that receives incoming email from local users and remote senders and forward ongoing email for delivery. File server. What is file server? File server is a computer responsible for central storage and management of data files so that other computer on the same network can access them. Lastly, policy server. What is policy server? Policy server is a security component of a policy-based network that provides authorization services and facilitates tracking and control of files.
IP address. IP stands for Internet Protocol. It is a numerical label assigned to each device. This provides entity to a network device. Example 72.14.207.99. IP address usually consists of 4 groups which was divided by periods, and it is usually ranges from 0 to 225. The first portion of the IP address was the network, and the second portion was so-called the specific device. Browser is an application program that provides a way to look information on the web. As a student, it is one of the most used application because if we're looking for new information or anything that we want to know, we always go to a browser. This application is very useful because it answers anything that we want to know, and of course, it is one tool that make us discover new informations. Examples of browser: Google Chrome, Opera Mini, Internet Explorer, Safari, and Mozilla Firefox. With the help of these browsers, you can find the answer to all of the questions you've got in your mind. DNS, that stands for Domain Name System. It is the phone book of the internet. We access information online through domain names. Examples of domain name system: www.facebook.com, www.teachingenglish.org.uk, then www.difed.tambayan.ph, and www.academia.edu. Usually, this can be seen in the URL, right? Here are the top level domain with its name and entity. Name.com, the entity is for commercial. .org for organization. .net for network. .edu for educational. .gov for national and state government agencies. .ph for Philippines. .au for Australia. .vc for Vatican City, and KR for South Korea.
Internet Service Provider, or ISP. It is an organization that provides services through accessing, using, or participating in the Internet. It is a business and organizations that provides users with Internet access and related Internet services. These providers connect customers to customers of other service providers by the way of networks. And there are 2 types of ISP, which are the national ISP and the regional ISP. The national ISP provided internet access to specific geographic areas, while the regional ISP is a business that provides internet access in cities and towns nationwide. Examples of ISPs in the Philippines: Converge ICT, Sky Broadband, Dito Telecommunity, and the 2 telco giants in the Philippines, which are PLDT and Globe. Connecting to the internet, there are different kinds of internet provider. Those are cable internet service, DSL or digital subscriber line, FTTP or fiber to the premises, a cellular radio network, Wi-Fi or wireless fidelity, and satellite internet service. Cable internet service provides high-speed internet access to the cable television network via cable modem. DSL or digital subscriber line provides high-speed internet connection using regular copper telephone wire. FTTP or fiber to the premises. It uses fiber optic cable to provide high-speed internet access to home and business. A cellular radio network. It offers high-speed internet connection to devices with built-in compatible technology. Wi-Fi or wireless fidelity. It is a network that uses radio signals to provide high-speed internet connections to compatible or properly equipped wireless computer or device. And lastly, satellite internet service. It provides high-speed internet connections via satellite dish that communicates with the satellite modem.
Websites, a group of World Wide Web, usually containing hyperlinks to each other and available online by individual, company, educational institution, government, or organization. URL. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. A URL is nothing more than an address of a given unique resource on the web. Web server is a computer that runs websites. It's a computer program that distributes web pages. The basic objective of the web server is to store, process, and deliver web pages to the user. Web browser is application software for accessing the World Wide Web. When a user requests a web page from a particular website, the web browser retrieves the necessary content from the web servers and then displays the page on the user device. Web page. A web page is a document commonly written in HTML that is viewed in an internet browser. A web page can be accessed by entering URL address into a browser address bar. A web page may contain text graphics, hyperlinks to other web pages and files. The birth of World Wide Web. In 1980, Tim Berners-Lee, an English independent contractor at the European Organization for Nuclear Research or CERN in Switzerland, built Inquire as a personal database of people and software models, but also in a way to play with hypertext. Each new page of information in Inquire had to be linked to the page. In 1990, Berners-Lee found an enthusiastic supporter in Robert Calliope. Berners-Lee and Calliope pitched Berners-Lee ideas to a European Conference on Hypertext Technology in September 1990 and developed the skeletal outline of the Internet, including web browsers. On 1993, the release of Mosaic of the web browser, which allowed to explore multimedia online. Also this year, introduction of the first modern search engines.
Components of a World Wide Web. There are four structural components of a World Wide Web. First, clients or browser. Clients are those people who uses the internet, which also called the end user, while the browser are the application used to access the internet and search for information. Second, servers. A web server is a computer that delivers request web page to your computer. Third, caches. Caches are the hardware of software components that stores data for future requests. And the last one is internet. An internet is a global computer network providing access to a variety of information. Semantic components. First, HTTP or Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Hypertext Transfer Protocol or HTTP is a communication protocol used to transfer or convey information on the World Wide Web. Next, HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language is the standard markup language for creating web page and web application. Next, URL or Uniform Resources Locator. It is a Uniform Resources Locator or URL is the address of a web page on the internet.